seen that the fiber, two type of fibers, that is animal source fiber is there and plant source fiber is there. In that one, in first animal source fiber we have seen, that is wool. How the sheep is reared to get the wool. How from that the fiber, the wool, the fiber is converted to the wool. Today the another animal source, we are going to see the animal fiber, that is nothing but it is a silk. Do you know silk? Silk sarees, silk cloth, they are too much costly. They are too much costly because the silk, the nearly 5,000 or 6,000 like that silkworms will give only 1 kg of silk. That's why the silk sarees or the silk cloths are there too much costly. Initially, the silk is found out or it is invented in the China by accident only. So regarding that one, in your textbook you are having one story. That will I am going to continue here one story. From that one you will come to know the how initially that silk is invented. How accidentally the people come to know that the silkworms can give the silk fiber. So for that one, go through the page number 30. Page number 30. In the downside you are having one small story. From that one you will come to know by how accidentally the silk is invented or found out in the China. What happened? By which the people come to know about this, the very expensive silk thread. First one, see here. The exact time of discovery of silk is perhaps unknown. Means the people don't know exactly when it is invented. That one is unknown. According to an old Chinese legend, the Empress Xi Liuqi was asked by the Emperor Yuan Li to find the cause of damaged leaves of mulberry trees growing in their garden. Means one of the king is having the mulberry trees in his garden. One day he will find that the leaves of the mulberry tree, they are getting down or that is eaten, that is getting spoiled. So he don't know why these leaves are like that, where that leaves will go, what happened to that leaves, why the trees are like this. So he told his minister to find out the reason why these leaves are, mulberry leaves are like this. So what he done afterwards, the Empress found white worms eating up mulberry leaves. His minister come to know that the leaves are eaten by some of the worms. Some of the worms are there on that mulberry leaves and they are eating that one. So you can see here on the same page, you can see this is a mulberry tree and on this one the mulberry leaves are there. Dodo in between, mute yourself. If you are having any doubt, ask at the last. So this is a mulberry tree and you can see this mulberry leaves they are having. They have given one zoom picture and that one you can see the small worms. They are called as a caterpillars. So you can see that the small worms are having, they are called as a caterpillar. So these caterpillars are going to these mulberry leaves and because of that one the tree becomes looking odd. So now the minister got the reason why the mulberry leaves are like this. So worms are eating up mulberry leaves. She also noticed that they were spinning shiny cocoon around them. Means after some days she find that Empress is nothing but the wife of emperor. Okay, means like queen, how we are telling. She come to know that the these worms are getting covered by one shell or by one cover. That is like this. Like how we are having groundnuts. Have you seen the groundnuts? The outer shell is there and inside that one the groundnut is there. Like that, the worms are wounded by their silk fibers. Means the worms are inside this one. So that is called as cocoons. So So she got that after some days that the caterpillar or that worm turned into cocoon. So accidentally a cocoon dropped into her cup of tea. One cocoon she has taken for to see what is that. She don't know what it is. She don't know that inside that cocoon one worm is there. Accidentally one cocoon or one shell fall down in her teacup. So tea and angle of delicate thread separated from the cocoon. Now after some time, because the tea is very hot, the cocoon is falling down in that one. After some time she come to know that some shiny threads are coming out from that one cocoon. Shiny threads or shiny structure is separated from that cocoon. She got that one. So separated from the cocoon. Silk industry began in China. In this way, accidentally the China is coming to know about the very expensive thread. Means the cocoons are giving the threads that one is shiny, too much shiny that is. That is called as silk. And China was kept a closely guarded secret of hundreds of years. Once the China come to know about this silkworms, China not disclosed. China has not opened the secret for the world that they have got some worms who is giving the thread. For hundreds of years, China keep these things as a secret. Means they are doing, the industry is there in the China, but the outside people don't know about that one. That one type of worm is there, when it is going to be converted into cocoon, it giving the thread, shiny thread like that. After hundreds of years, later on, the traders and the travelers introduced silk to other countries. After hundreds of years, when the travelers started coming to China, they saw the fiber, very shiny fiber, beautiful fiber. After that, they come to know that thread, this fabric is given by a very shiny fiber or thread. That is nothing but it is a silk. The route they traveled is still called as a silk route. Means that traders or the travelers taken that fiber or fabric to their countries to show the people that this type of fiber is also there. That is cultivated in China. So nowadays China is the biggest country to produce the silk fiber or silk fabric. Now also China is the biggest country. Some different countries are there who is going to be produced, because this one is the animal thread or animal fiber. Means how the sheep are reared or they have kept by the farmers or the shepherd like this. These silkworms should be reared to get the silk thread. Why it is expensive? Because nearly 5,000 or 6,000 silkworms or the caterpillars will give only 1 kg of fiber. Means to rear the 5,000 cocoons or 5,000 silkworms, how much time it will take? Only 5,000 is this much, giving only 1 kg in this much threads they are giving. Very fine, very shiny, like this. So, go through the page number 29. In India, women are significantly involved in the various kinds of industries related to silk production. See here, to produce the silk, there are different stages are there. Different steps are there to produce the silk. Naturally, the silkworm is giving. But if we want the silk thread to be produced in a more amount, the silkworm should be reared. We have to give them the natural environment, natural climate. So there are different stages. We are going to see all these things. So in silk production, now Indian women, it is very delicate and very, what we can see, these stages or these steps should be done very patiently. So the Indian women are very famous for the patience. So the women are directly or indirectly involved in the production of the silk in India. These are rearing of silkworm, reeling of silk from the cocoon and processing of raw silk into fabrics by their enterprise, they contribute the nation's economy. How the different steps are there? Like they have told here, rearing of silkworm means we have to take care of the silkworms. Thousands of millions of silkworms are in there. The small industries or small places in racks, how we are keeping our pots, our things, our books like that, they are having the big trays to rear the silkworms. Everything we are going to see in a very beautiful video. We are having how the silkworms will be converted into cocoon, how the silkworms we will get, everything we are going to see by practically. Then only we will come to know how the small egg. So we are going to see all these things. By their enterprise, they contribute to the nation's economy. China leads the world in silk production. Just now I told, China is the number 1 to produce the silk in all over the world. India also ranks among the leading silk producing countries. Means India is also there in the list, but not in the top. In the top, only China is there, who is going to produce the silk. So now we can see here. See this picture 3.9. See the picture 3.9 in your textbook. You will come to know there are different stages. How initially the silkworm is like this. So the first step involved, that is to produce silk, is nothing but first step is the egg stage. So you can see here, see the picture 3.9. See the picture A and B. You can see this one. This is a male silkworm and this is a female silkworm. The female silkworm is going to lay the eggs. 100 of eggs are excreted or laid by the female silkworm. You can see here. This page, picture number C. You can see here the small. How much small that eggs are, like have you seen the mustard seeds? Sasavika you, that much small the eggs are there on like this. You can see here clearly. You can see here. Go to your page number 30. See here. You can see here the female silkworm is laying the eggs here. Isn't it? Hundreds of eggs are laid by the female silkworm. After some days, that eggs get hatched and the small worms are coming out from that one. This is like this. Caterpillar. That is called as a caterpillar stage is there. You can see here. You can see on the page number 30 also. On every leaf, the small worms are coming out. That is called as a caterpillar stage. Means from that eggs, the small insects or the caterpillars are coming out. So that is they are like this for some days, and you know maximum 90 or 99.99 or 100% these caterpillars or the small insect are going to be fed on the mulberry leaves only. Means their food is only mulberry leaves. We cannot give them the rice, dal, chapati like this. We cannot give this type of food too. Totally they are dependent on the mulberry leaves. That's why see here, whenever the eggs are to be hatched, when the eggs are given, the thousands of trays are full of the mulberry leaves. Means that eggs will be laid in the mulberry leaves, and when the small caterpillars will come out, they started eating the mulberry leaves. Even though they are very small, they will grow very fast. Once they come out from the egg, they started eating. Continuously, day and night, they are eating the mulberry leaves. And enormously, means very fast they will grow. They become big very in a short time. Continuously, once they come out from the egg, nearly 25 to 30 days, continuously they are eating the leaves. Day and night they are eating the leaves. Like that. Once from the small, just like if it is like this much, in 23 or 25 to 30 days, they becomes like this. That's why see the speed of their growth. Fast they will grow by eating the mulberry leaves. So the people who are rearing the silkworms, what they will do? They are having the mulberry leaves in their surrounding, because that is the only food which the silkworm is going to eat. So daily what they will do? They are going to pick up the leaves of mulberry, fresh leaves. They are going to cut that leaves in a small pieces, and that is given to the silkworms or caterpillars to eat. And you can see that a tray in the morning, if the tray is full of mulberry leaves, after 2-3 hours, whenever you are going to check that one, that becomes empty. If thousands of caterpillars are in that tray, that much fast they are going to eat that mulberry leaves. And within 30 days, they grow very fast. After 30 days, what will happen? That is the magic or miracle will happen. After 30 days, what they will? They stop eating. Automatically they stop eating. And you can see that after 30 days, they will find, they are going to search one place. These caterpillars are going to search one cool and calm place. Why? Because now their growth, whatever it is, the eating habit or eating process gets stopped. After that, you can see that continuously these caterpillars are going to do the movement of their head. Continuously they are doing like this. What will happen? You will see in the video, you will get very, what we can say, it is magical. By moving head of the silkworm, from their mouth, one small jelly-like structure is coming out continuously. And that is going to be, suppose this one is the, just I will give one example. Suppose this is a silkworm or caterpillar. If they are going to do the movement any direction, they will move. And from that one, their mouth, from the both sides, the jelly-like structure, you can, a liquid is coming out directly. Continuously it is coming like a fiber. Very shiny gel is coming out, and that is going to be wound on their body like shell. Continuously it is going to be round like this, wounded, and continuously after that one, when the insect is inside only, the caterpillar is inside only, but they are going to wound by the fiber, and that fiber is made up of protein. Continuously if it is growing, at the last stage will come, that whole insect will be covered by their threads. The insect is inside, the caterpillar is inside, but it is covered with a silk thread. That is nothing but whatever the fiber or the jelly-like structure is coming out from their body, that is nothing but it is a silk thread. Once it is coming out from their mouth, it becomes so hard. It becomes so hard, just like a steel thread. And do you know steel vessels, if you are going to take the hammer and we are going to beat like this, are they going to break? No, that much hard. Means it becomes hard like a metal. Not like, just like I am giving one example, that much hard it becomes. Means easily we cannot tear it. How we are going to tear the cotton? Like this we cannot. So once it is totally covered with the threads, it becomes cocoon like this. You can see here. See these pictures. It becomes like this. Inside this one, this caterpillar is there. Now it is totally covered by the silk threads. And the insect is inside. Now the caterpillar is going to take the rest inside the whatever the cover. That stage is called as a cocoon stage. Inside that shell, the caterpillar is taking the rest. Means what we can see that in that one also they started, their growth is going on continuously, that it is growing inside that one. But once after again 20 days or like that, what will happen? They are going to break the shells automatically. Now it becomes like a butterfly. This is the first stage. You can see here. They become like this inside. They are totally developed. Totally they becomes like this stage is nothing but it is called as a pupa. That stage is called as a pupa. After some days they are going to break the shells and they will fly away. And again inside in that one, whichever the female pupas are, they are going to lay the eggs again. This again it will start at this cycle. So the remaining shell, what they will do, the people nowadays who are the people or the farmers who are doing the silk rearing, what they will do, inside that one, the silk worms are present and that cocoons are boiled in a hot water. These cocoons are going to be boiled in a hot water. What will happen then? If it is boiled in a hot water, what will happen? If the cocoons are boiled in a very hot water, the insect or the caterpillars present inside that water, what they will remain alive? They will die. So they will take out that cocoons. After that one, they will remove that insect and they will collect the silk threads from that one. Do you like this process? That the worm is killed just for one fiber only. To get one fiber, we have to kill the 1,000 of cocoons, 1,000 of silkworms to get just 1 kg of silk. And you can see that the silk sarees, that is woven, they are having the cost. Different type of silkworms are there. And from which different type of silkworms, different type of silk fabrics are prepared. One silkworm, all the type of silkworms are not looking same. And from that one, the different type of names are given to the silk sarees. Like they are having given the example here. Kanchipuram silk is there, Munga silk is there. Too many names are given here. Here given the mulberry silk, tussar silk, Muga silk, like that. Means that silk is prepared from that type of silkworms. So the names are given like that. So at the end, you can see that once it is boiled in the hot water, the thread getting separated automatically. And that silk or the silk thread are going to be reeled. Automatically they are going taking out that silk and they started reeling that one to a one reel. So there are different stages which are going to be involved in the silk rearing. It is very interesting also to see that from a small egg how the caterpillar will come out, how it becomes cocoon, how from that cocoon the silk thread is going to be reared, like that different stages. And the last stage from that cocoon, that is adult silkworm. Means the fully developed silkworm. You can see here, this is a male silkworm and this one is female. So these are the different stages which are going to be involved in the silk production. Silk production is not easy because see here the sheep can be stayed anywhere, they can eat anything, but this should not be happen to these eggs of the silkworm. They are very delicate, very minute. So the special care should be taken of these eggs until they hatch. They becomes, after hatching, they becomes a larvae. Larvae is nothing but they are the caterpillars. Okay, small insect is called as a larvae. Once it grows, it becomes the caterpillar. So that should be these small, whatever the eggs are, there 1,000 of eggs, 100 of eggs. That should be taken the special care, and that should be kept in a very warm place, very clean place for hatching. There should not be another insects who is going to be enter. They will eat the eggs. What will happen? Nothing. So that special care should be taken of these eggs for the silk production. You can see that even a small ant also should not enter the tree. If one ant is enter, definitely they are going to eat this. You can see that one, the big ant is there, black color. They are going to eat these very small eggs there. So the special care should be taken by these farmers who are going to produce the silk in a large amount. How that one is, we are going to share one small video. From that one you will come to know that how the silk is going to be produced.